COVID-19 and stress prevention.
Hi everyone, my name's Dr. Ariane Kimita, and I'm an integrative medicine doctor who practices family medicine, and I want to talk to you about toxic stress and the impact it has on our health. As everyone you know, as well as everyone across the globe, continue to endure unprecedented toxic stress imposed by the coronavirus pandemic, I'd like to bring to your attention my 3 pillars of health. What are the 3 pillars of health, and why are they important? Well, if followed, the 3 pillars of health can greatly reduce the sustained reaction we can have to ongoing environmental stress. Called the fight or flight response, this sustained reaction to stress can be very harmful and actually life-threatening if not curbed and brought into check. Why is this? Well, fight or flight should be short-lived, it should be a short response, and it can be life-saving in measure, but never should be prolonged. The 3 pillars of health enable us to restore a healthy survival response which protects us from harm and illness. What are the 3 pillars of health? Well, they're pretty simple to describe, not always that easy to do. Adequate and restorative sleep, clean, nutrient-dense food, and exercise, which supports your total health to include your nervous system, which we will be talking quite a bit about now. The reason I list these 3 areas or pillars of health is because when instituted together, routinely under stress, they're able to better ensure a balanced physiology and adaptation, which means less vulnerability to illness and disease that stress can cause. There's a very important part of our human physiology which is often either neglected, ignored, or actually not even understood. The important part of our human physiology I'm referring to is the autonomic nervous system. It's connected to a part of our central nervous system called the primitive brain, which together control our innate or natural automatic self-preserving behavior patterns. The autonomic nervous system involves both the ability to be productive in your waking state as well as being productive in your physiology when you sleep. The sympathetic tone or arm of the autonomic nervous system is responsible for waking us up in the morning and doing your day productively, but it can also help you respond to your life and your world and your environment in a way that helps you to avoid danger and escape danger when necessary. The parasympathetic tone or arm of the autonomic nervous system is responsible for your ability to sleep well and feel well rested when you get up in the morning, and it's also responsible for the detox process, which occurs while you're digesting your food during your sleep, and it's actually why it's best for you to move your bowels when you wake up in the morning. The autonomic nervous system does not reside in our brain, but rather provides important messages from where it resides outside the brain throughout the body, making it responsible for the body's involuntary functions. The efferent, or the connections, which come along with the messages from the autonomic nervous system provided to the central nervous system, especially that primitive brain section, tells the higher brain what's going on in our environment. The brain then goes back and tells the autonomic nervous system how to respond to the environment. And this is very important for our own survival as well as the survival of the species. So why is all this biology so important to know when it comes to our health? Well, as you all know, humans are pretty complicated people, and we're actually very evolved creatures, and we're survivors. So we have an extremely sophisticated form of the autonomic nervous system, which closely interacts with our central nervous system, our primitive brain, for our survival. So one can only imagine that chronic stress, or acute, sudden stress, that can really cause a significant impact on us, could also cause health problems if our nervous system thinks that we're at some form of risk of survival. To better understand this, let me further simplify things regarding the autonomic nervous system. Sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight. Parasympathetic nervous system, think rest and digest. Overall, these 2 divisions work together to ensure that the body responds appropriately to our environment, usually with one activating and the other inhibiting the actions of internal organs. Because that sympathetic division prepares the body for stressful or emergency situations, The heart rate will increase, the heart contracts, beats harder, our blood vessels widen or constrict depending on the situation. The airway dilates so we can breathe bigger, deeper breaths, and it causes our body to actually release stored energy. Muscular strength is increased, and this division is also responsible for helping us to sweat, our pupils dilate, and actually our hair can stand on end. Think of the Halloween cat. It also slows the body processes down that are less important in emergencies, such as digestion and urination. Now, if you're listening carefully, you will also suggest in your mind that these are all symptoms of stress. And if stress occurs a lot or is chronic, this sympathetic tone or sympathetic nervous system response is telling your body it's in constant fight or flight. Well, this is not good. Does anything sound familiar? The parasympathetic division is entirely different in that it conserves and it actually helps to restore your energy. It slows the heart rate, decreases the blood pressure, stimulates the digestive tract to process food and eliminate wastes. Energy from the processed food is used to restore and rebuild tissues. And it's also very active at night while we're sleeping to restore, digest, detoxify, and very importantly, to rejuvenate. Our heart rate is slowed down, respirations are slowed down, and we're actually, as you know, not in an active state of consciousness. We're asleep. Just imagine what the impact of compromised sleep has in the long haul when it comes to your health if you're not doing well with your sleep because of the fact that, remember, you're going to be reducing your ability to restore, digest, detoxify, and again, rejuvenate. So bringing it all together, this is why adequate restorative sleep, as well as rejuvenative exercise that helps the mind and body effectively decompress the nervous system and be more relaxed, are two of my three very important pillars of health. Nutrient-dense foods, how do they help? How do they support the work of these pillars? Well, the parasympathetic nervous system is responsible for digesting your food, and it's very busy digesting nutrient-dense food while it's also relaxing you. So we're activating this rest and digest parasympathetic division when we're digesting good nutrient-dense food, as well as relaxing us. This is in contrast to what I call processed or nutrient deficient food, which is really a lot of the unfortunately unhealthy American diet, which is nutrient deficient and actually causes stress in the body because it stimulates the sympathetic nervous system to feel like it's anxious and in a fight or flight state, trying to actually extract nutrients from food that doesn't have any nutrients. So, bringing it all together, remember that our personal vitality and health, particularly at this critical time, comes with responsibility and accountability to ourselves. My three pillars of health can help us all do that. Adequate restorative sleep, clean nutrient-dense food, and exercise which supports your total health to include your nervous system. Now, in addition, to further strengthen your ability to adapt, remain healthy and strong during these stressful times, please consider adding something called Vital Adapt capsules to your Innate Response C or the Flav C capsules you might be taking or the C powders that I had recommended. Together, Vital Adapt and vitamin C are going to be very nourishing, and Vital Adapt is a nourishing herbal tonic designed to optimize the body's natural resistance and adaptation to stressful influences while promoting health, longevity, and your total well-being. It contains herbs that promote something called adaptogen. So adaptogen herbs, to name a few that are in it, Siberian ginseng, rhodiola, schisandra, ashwagandha, work synergistically to support our energy and immune function naturally while under stress, whether it be daily stress or the sustained chronic stress we're enduring right now. And it all is very important to consider with the C because it too works with the adrenal system under stress. Don't forget about your elderberry. That's the one helping defy coronavirus. Thanks for joining me today. And please go to the latest news blog page on my website for more natural medicine updates and the supplement discount code I offer for all supplements purchased at this critical time in our health. So visit me at www.yourholisticdoc.com and remember to take good care of you for everybody's benefit.